Blackburn Rovers return from the international break with a bit of good news and a bit of bad news, of course. The bit of good news, Bradley Dack is edging his way back, but of course the bad news, Kaminski's got a small case of the old COVID, which means he could be out for the Luton game. We'll talk about that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. This time looking forward to Blackburn Rovers' trip down to the old Greater London, that is Luton Town, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the Town channel, smash the old subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, World Football related, Luton Town versus Blackburn Rovers related, Euro 2020 related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof. Of course, we're back from the international break, but they might be back. Rovers might be back, but I'm on the move. That's right. We're gonna hit the road in a couple of days' time. So next week might be a bit of a choppy sort of setup for the channel. I'll try and keep on going with the videos, of course, but it's going to be a little bit rough and ragged around the old edges. But anyway, it doesn't matter about that. Hopefully you can still join me then. What a big shout out, of course, to the Patreon gang behind the scenes. Especially a big shout out to William Shepherd, who's busting his gut right now trying to fix some data for us for the old Scottish Premiership predictions. So I do appreciate the support you guys offer. And if anyone else is out there and wants to join the old elusive brotherhood, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas, boys and girls. And you can become the latest brother from another mother and be invited round the old house whenever we get a nice house, which is hopefully soon. But anyway, that's a story for another day, folks. But let's talk about the story of today. That is this bad boy. It is Luton Town up against Blackburn Rovers, of course, taking place at this little place. Or we're taking place at Kenilworth Road. We'll take a look at the Kenilworth Road in just a second. Let's talk about the key men behind the scenes. Of course, Luton Town, managed by Nathan Jones. He's there. Just, you might be able to see, of course, the man pulling the strings, or the man leading the charge on the field is, of course, hot prospect or hot striker James Collins, of course. And the danger man for me, of course, would be James Collins usually, but Sonny Bradley is also a very smart and savvy little defender who just keeps Luton Town, the Man Hatters, of course, keep on grinding at the back there and making it a bit hard for us all, especially Rovers, because we come into this suffered a back-to-back defeats against Luton Town last year, of course. But anyway, that's that. Let's get into it, of course, and take a look at the key men for Rovers, of course. The manager, of course, Tony Mowbray, leading the charge once again. He's looking very savvy at the moment. Only old Suavo Tony, Swiss Tony, they call him. Darren Lennon El Capitano these days, and of course, Adam Armstrong leading the charge with the goals, and of course, he's leading the charge in the divisions for the time being. Of course, he's got some competition hot on his heels. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Of course, the match will take place right here down here in London Town-ish. Great London Town-ish. It is Luton Town, that's what it is. Kenilworth Road. Yeah, what about that one then? Of course, no fans at the grounds this time around, but usually it would hold around about 10,356 fans, of course. Of course, Luton Town finishing 19th last season out in the Championship, but they're going to be trying to do much better this time around, of course, with their saving grace, Nathan Jones. Came back to save them last time around. Can he keep them kicking on this time around? Well, we'll hope to find out. So that's the stadium, of course. What about the stats? Luton Town's goals are coming from James Collins with 5 goals this season. That's not too bad, of course. Again, he was a major marksman last time around as well. Clark as well got himself 2. And Penzu Ruddock, or something along those lines, is a young little feisty little midfielder who's also got himself a couple of goals as well. As to the assists, Elliot Lee leads charge there with 1 assist alongside Harry Cornick and Luar as well. As for the discipline, Craney, Ruddock and Hilton all got themselves a collection of yellow cards. Craney and Ruddock got themselves 4 to boot for the time being. As for shots, let's take a little look at the shots and stuff figures there. Luton Town have scored around 9 goals, I believe, according to my knowledge, in the Championship. 6 through open play, 3 set pieces. Their shot directions are coming in as whoa. The touches, 21% of all the touches are coming down the middle there, 34 down the left-hand side and 45 down the right-hand side. As for the action zones, 29% of the action zones are taking place in the opposition third, 41% within the middle third, and 30% in the back line there, right behind my back. You can't really see it, but it's okay. You can take my word for it. As for the shots, of course, 9% of all shots are taking place in the 6-yard box, 60% in the 18-yard box, 32% long-range bad boys on the outside of the box there. And as for the shot direction, 60% of all shots coming from the left, 15% down the right, and 69% down the middle, of course. What else we got here? Of course, the running. Last time out, I think they took on Huddersfield. They picked up a draw, 1-1 away from home. Before that, they picked up a 1-0 win at Rotherham. Big result for that as well. They did lose to Brentford 3-0 at home, which was their last home game. So hopefully we can make it an unpleasant experience for them. They also drew with Nottingham Forest 1-1, and they also beat Sheffield Wednesday on the road. So they've been pretty savvy away from home, but they're playing at home. We'll take a look at the form books, both home and away, in a little bit. This is what's coming up on the agenda, I believe. Birmingham City after Rovers on the 24th of November. Cardiff will be next on the 28th of November. Then we creep to the month of December, and it's been Norwich on at home at Kenilworth Road once again. Then the continuing month of December on St Nicolaus Day, Swansea City away days. But then it's Coventry City also away on the 8th of December. That is the running for Luton Town. It's it's got a it's an okay start and an okay end, but a very tricky middle. So let's try and build a side that will hopefully take on Luton Town. Again, this is just my input on this one. We'll have a go at it, and then correct me if I'm wrong if you're a Luton Town man watching on the old chat there. So we're going to kick it all off with, of course, Mpunzu. Does he get into the team? I think he should. He's been ever present, or he's for the most part. So he should get himself a starting berth alongside there. Berry, I'm not too sure about him. He may or may start, probably coming from the bench. He has been coming off the bench recently. We'll put him to the side for the time being. Tunnicliffe, I thought he wore the captain's armband, to be honest with you. I'm going to put him alongside Mpanzu in there. I don't know if he's fit or raring to go. He did not start the game against Brentford, so that's of an interesting status there. Ria as well, player that's usually plays in the midfield alongside Mpanzu as well, but for the time being, I'm going to swipe him out the side there. Lee, of course, attacking midfielder. He could slide in here, but for the time being, I'm going to keep him out the team. Moncur has been doing well. I'm going to put him right back smack dab in the middle there. Who do I have? O'Kane, probably not going to see him, so I'm going to slide him out of the way. We've got Moriel here. What about Moriel? They've got a whole bunch of good little players. He's not in there. Lockyer, of course, picked up from Bristol Rovers, or did they pick him up from someone else? So he was at Bristol Rovers. I think he went to somewhere else. I can't remember, but good signing that. Berry as well. I've already seen him. Is he already in the team? I can't really remember. Yeah, we've got two of him. So it's a duo. I've got swapsies. Who wants to swap Berry? I've got a Berry. I've got double Berry. Sonny Bradley, of course, will play as long as he's fit and raring to go. Pearson also will play at the back three then, potentially. They have flip-flop between a back three and a back four. We'll have to see what the gaffer chooses there. Berry again. How many? It's Bree. It's Bree this time. He plays at right back. He could fit in here. But Craney has been opting there. Slugger, no questions there between the sticks for Luton Town. Craney, there he comes. Get out, Mars team. That's my spot right there. I'm going to slide right in there. Slide in your DMs or whatever. Norrington Davis has been playing at left back or left midfield, depending on how you look at it. Collins, of course, leads the charge. They have Cornick potentially to go up there, and Hilton to maybe duke it out for that spot. Luar is also attacking little savvy little player, but it's mostly been used from the bench. We got to make a choice here. Hilton has been starting. And actually had Clark starting recently as well. If James Collins is fit, Reverend, he will start. Of course he will. I probably would keep Cornick from the bench if I was them. I probably would go with this. There might be one or two other changes, so let's clean it up a little bit. I think this will be your team here for Luton Town, or thereabouts. We'll have to wait and see, of course, to see what the gaffer, Nathan Jones, comes up with. But for the most part, I think that's pretty dang good. Let's get these guys out. Get out of the shot, mate. Get out of the shot. There you have it. That's my Luton Town team for you. But again, fitness-wise, I don't know who's in the doctor's office and who is raring to go. Of course, international break should give a chance for some of the guys who may have been on that injured list to come back into the contention once again. But yeah, good defenders there. Lockyer is good. I like him. I would love him as a Rover. Bradley as well. Tunnicliffe ex-Rover, of course, is the Tunnicliffe derby here. And Punter also a very good midfield as well. Creative a bit of a bite in his feet as well. Moncur is also doing very well. So that's Luton Town. Let's take a look at Rovers then, shall we? Of course, Adam Armstrong leading charge with 11 goals so far to his name. Johnson's got 3. Brereton's got 2 now. Hopefully he can kick on and maybe get another goal this coming weekend. That's the assist. We have a new name at the top of the pops there. Harvey Elliott's got 3 assists to his name. Fair play to the young lad. Rothwell's got 2. Brereton's got 2. As does Ranky Costello, but he's just out of the old list there. As for discipline, Johnson leads charge with 4 yellows. Lennon has 2. And Sam G has also got 2 yellows to his name. As for Rovers, shots and figures and all that kind of jazz, let's take a closer look at it then, shall we? Of course, we scored a whole bucket load of goals this season, and for the most part, they've come through open play. That's right, 13 goals from open play, 4 from counter-attacks, 2 set pieces and 2 penalties, of course. As for the attacking avenues, the touches, 38% of all of our attacking touches come down the left-hand side, 36 down the right, 26% down the middle. As for the attacking zones, 30% well, I've got 30%, so around about 29%, 30%, and the attacking third, 41% in the middle third, and 29% in the defensive third. You know, you could probably flip-flop those numbers a little bit, or there or thereabouts. As for the shots, let's take a closer look at the shots then, shall we? 5% of all shots taking place in the 6-yard box, 60% within the 18-yard box, and 35% long-range Adam Armstrong superstar specials. As for the shots on the directions, 19% coming down the left, 14% down the right, and 67% right smack dab down the middle, of course. As for Rovers running, this is how it's been. Of course, last time around, they did come out of it with a 3-1 win over QPR at home, which was also, before that was a 0-0 draw against Middlesbrough. Prior to that, we did lose to Swansea City 2-0. Also got smashed by Reading 4-2, and all the way back we did take on Coventry City and we won 4-0 on the road, which is very, very good. Hopefully we can get another positive away performance. Meanwhile, on the horizon, of course, we have Preston North End on the 24th of November, away day, fruity day that one. There's back-to-back home games as we end the month of November against Barnsley, and then we take on Millwall at the start of December. That's right, and then we kick it off further. I've got the hiccups with Brentford and then Bristol City, both. And then bad boys on the bloody road. We will. So let's build the seed for Rovers side then. Of course, again, injuries have been running ragged for Rovers of late. So who's going to be in the team? Well, let's have a little look, shall we? We're going to start with Downing. Downing is, of course, a re-signing. He did sign after the transfer window. He's yet to take to the field, and I would like to see him in that midfield slot. And I do have a lot of time for him. I think he could be a key decision maker, especially when our midfield's a little bit boring sometimes. Sam Gallagher, he won't start. I don't think. Tribal as well has been starting, and he probably will be in the discussion as well. Hopefully Barry Douglas will be back, and again, if so, if he's fit and ready to go, guess what? He gets that left spot, no questions asked. I did say at the top of the hour, of course, Kaminsky likely out with the old COVID, so Piers will probably come back in between the sticks, I suspect. Harvey Elliott, again, fit and raring to go, get him in the team, no questions asked. Ayala, maybe he was edging closer. There was question marks about maybe Darrell Lennon or Del Boyd, but for the time being, I'm going to put him in there until we're faced with the challenge of him. Of course, Nyambi also picked up a niggle, so Ranky Costello may slide in into my DMs. No, he won't. He'll slide into right back. That's what he was. Chappers, of course, will be a power sub if we need him to go there. Del Boy, again, an option at left back. Corey Evans, I don't know. I think rumour has it he was injured as well, and he didn't make the Northern Ireland team, so we may not see him. So I'm going to push him out there. Kaminsky, I think he's out. I'm going to say he's out for this one. Amari Bell was not there. He was not available prior to the match, and again, he may need a bit of extra time just to get himself match fit. Darrell Lennon is the question mark. He also did not play for the Republic of Ireland recently. Does he play? I think there's another game tomorrow. He may feature in that one. I don't know. So I'm going to put him right. I know he's not going to play like this, but we're going to stick him there for the time being. Nyambi, he's not going to play. I think he's out. Armstrong, if he's fit around to go, he goes into the team. Rothwell as well. He needs to be starting. We're a different beast with him in the side. Brereton's also been very, very savvy. And what do you do with Holtby? Holtby, of course, I think would get the nod over Tribal. I think ideally this may be the formation. Of course, Bradley Johnson is another key figure for us as well. I think this would be my team, to be honest with you. You've got a little bit of bite there with Bradley Johnson. Travis, I don't know where he is at the moment. Bradley Dack's still a few weeks out yet, but he's getting closer. Rothwell and Holtby as well. So, you know what? I don't know the situations with the fitness and everything on a lot of these guys. I haven't really been in the news of late, but I would go with this 11. Hang on, I've got 12 there. That doesn't make sense. Ideally, I would go with these guys if they were all fitting ready to go. But the likelihood is Darren Lennon may miss out. And in that regard, Bradley Johnson will wear the captain's armband, and this would be your team, I believe. I think this is a good team regardless. I think if the problem is at the back of having 3 fit centre-backs at your disposal, I would not complain about that one iota. I think that's a good-looking team right there. Ranky Costello, of course, not my first choice right back, but of course, with Nyambi out, Ranky Costello gets the nod. Douglas, of course, I'm looking seeing him. He's had a couple of games for us so far, but we've not really seen him at his full potential. And again, with him on the field, it does up our set-piece game. We have been very, very shit in regards to corners, free kicks of late, and that's what I want to see change. And that's that. That's the team for me. What about you guys? Make sure you put your picks in the old comment section down below. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape between the two sides then. On average, Rovers banging in about 2 goals a game. Luton Town just on average. Rovers banging in 16 shots, of course, compared to 9 for Luton. 2 yellow cards apiece on average, with around about 6 corners to Luton Town's 5. Both sides knocking around about 13 fouls apiece. Luton Town being caught offside 3 times compared to Rovers 2. As for the aerial duels, Rovers lead the charge on that. In fact, Rovers lead the charge on aerial duels, possession and pass success rate, and also on average rating as well. Let's take a closer look at, of course, some other numbers and figures that may be of relevance in this match. Of course, it is the previous occasions that these two sides have played. Of course, back-to-back last season, back-to-back wins for Luton Town. Of course, they did beat us at Ewood Park, 2-1 win for them in a game that I thought we were going to walk it. But guess what? We found out the hard way. Goals from James Collins and Matty Pearson on the score sheet. Lewis Travis got the 1-0 goal for Rovers on that occasion. Of course, we did take them on at Kenilworth Road. I think it was the last game of the last season. It was all over the place already. We'd already been decided. But Adam Sam Gallagher got goals for Rovers. Hayden Cart with a big fat OG. Of course, he started. Bradley Johnson also with a big fat OG. And James Collins from the penalty spot. Calamity Rovers, that was back then. That's the form book. Let's get back here. What can we expect from this game? Of course, Blackburn's strengths. We'll talk about Blackburn's strengths in a minute. Luton's strengths, defending set pieces. Luton's weaknesses are defending against attacks down the wings, area duels, defending counter attacks, avoiding offside, defending against through ball attacks, and attacking down the right is their style of play. They also play with a bit of width and very, very aggressive. As the Rovers, our strengths are counter attacks, long shot opportunities, scoring chances as well, creating chances through using through balls, finishing scoring chances, and also attacking down the wings. We have also been pretty good or reasonably strong at protecting the lead. Our weaknesses are avoiding offside, defending set pieces, defending against attacks down the wings, and stopping opponents from creating chances. Our style of play is possession football, controlling the game in the opposition's half, attacking through the middle with very short, sharp passes, and they also like the opponents to play aggressively against them, open up some opportunity for us to maybe burst through with our pace in the side there. What else do I have for you? I think that's pretty much it in regards to the match build-up. But let's take a look at the form table as we edge closer to the kickoff. Of course, the last 6 games, Rovers sitting in not very good situation. We're sitting 15th in the form table. That's 7 points out of a possible 18. That's not great. Luton are still a little bit better than us. Actually, 8 points out of a possible 18. Sitting in 13th spot. That's both home and away. If you want to take a look at the home form in regards, we're looking at Luton's home form here. They're actually 17th at the moment, which is not brilliant, which does give me a bit of optimism that we may just get the upper hand against Luton Town. Our home form is okay, 8th, but we could be much better. But again, we're not playing at home, so it doesn't really matter. Rovers away form 14th at the moment, not great. Again, it does kind of bounce off of each other there a little bit. Luton's home form is not great, neither is Blackburn Rovers away form, picking up 6 points out of a possible 18. We've only played 5 away games though, so take from that what you will. Here's some fruits for our labour. The top 5 teams in a lot of categories across the division there. Norwich lead the charge possession-wise on average at 58.4% possession. Rovers actually in 3rd spot there with 55.4% possession. As for the most aggressive sides, Luton are up there with 22 yellow cards. They are 4th worst, you could say. Aerial duels, Rovers are in there as well, 53.6% aerial duels won. They are 5th best at that. We're also 2nd best at shots per game, 15.6 shots per game. Pass accuracy is also up there with Rovers, 80% successful with our passing as well. Hopefully we can keep that going on. Quick look at the table as it stands. Luton are above us at the moment in the top 10, and with them they actually shoot up to 4th in the table. As for Rovers, we come into this 12th, and with them they could also shoot us up as high as 9th, above Luton Town in the process. What else is going on this weekend now in the Championship? Well, I'll let you know in a bit of info here. Coventry City are taking on Birmingham. They're going to be playing at home, but technically they're away against Birmingham, who should be at home, but they're actually away. So that'll be the first game on Friday night or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Then it's Saturday morning, early kick-off, Bournemouth against Reading as the top of the table. Crunch clash that one. Reading need to keep on winning to keep on to keep themselves at the top of the table. Meanwhile, Preston take on Sheffield Wednesday as well. Of course, new manager bounce for Sheffield Wednesday. QPR against Watford, Stoke against Huddersfield, Barnsley against Nottingham Forest, Middlesbrough against Norwich in the Jordan Road derby. Millwall against Cardiff in the Neil Harris derby. That's what we'll talk about that. Of course, Luton Town against Rovers is the Tunnicliffe derby. Bristol City up against Wayne Rooney's derby. Official right now. He is a caretaker manager for the time being, and he may be offered the job on a permanent deal. Swansea City against Rotherham, and then Wickham against Brentford, of course, to wrap up a fruitful weekend out in the Championship, of course. And yes, here we go. How about a bit of what have we got? Should we take a little look? In fact, yeah, let's go and take a little look at what's been going on the old fan forum then over with Blackburn Rovers as we edge closer to kick-off of this bad boy. What the fans saying? Well, here they come. Okay, let's kick it all off where it all began with Darren Rover. He opened up this post back on the 11th of the 11th. Where are we? Let's jump into the deep end here. He says, first game after the international break, we faced the Hatters at an empty Kenilworth Road. It's the first of a series of 4 away games in the next 6. North End away is on Tuesday after, with Barnsley and Millwall at home to follow, and Brentford and Bristol City away after that tough series of games where the aim should be a minimum haul of 12 points, starting with 3 here, he says, if we have serious aspirations of promotion. We'll skip by these. Left winger says, was that? No, remember. Yeah, let's have a little, see if there's anything decent. Oh, look at that, this guy. Mercer says, horrible ground in a horrible town. I like Luton Town. Luton, I used to fly out there a fair few times. Yeah, anything of credible notice here. Joey Bigner says, apparently there's a decent hope Kaminsky will be available. Well. Could have the most of the squad back, I think. 4-3-3 teams pick itself, really. Suppose the only question will be JRC or Naomi at right back, as Douglas will be back. I think Tony will go for JRC as he did against Wickham. Tom Phil, he says this, never been down there. Was scheduled to go in the Cup that early kickoff when I think Samba made his debut the night before. Got out of hand, so I missed the transport. Think we won quite comfortably, but I don't think this one will be as comfy, as we are often useless after these breaks. He's gone with a 0-0 draw. Sparks Rover says, this can't be getting beat against Beck and Luton. Serious questions about Mowbray surely if we lose. Personally, I'd replace him with Nigel Pearson immediately. Now, I would actually go against that. I'm not a big fan of Pearson. I don't think he'd be the right man to get anything out of Rovers. That's just my personal opinion. That's just some of their personal opinions, of course. And again, that's just what's been going on the BRFCS.com forum. If you want to take a little look at what else is going on, make sure you go over there and register and become the latest member and take a little look at some of those vocal Rovers fans. Another vocal Rovers fan is Digicast. Here's what she thinks will happen between Luton Town at Rovers at Kenilworth Road this coming Saturday. Take it away, Casaruni. Let's go. Okay, and before we get out of here, I've got some other stats and figures there to chuck out. I nearly forgot about this. Of course, the top goal scorer right now is Adam Armstrong, leading the charge with 11 goals to his name. Tony's not too far away either. Neither is Lucas Chow, extra over there. Scott Sinclair's Preston's finest, has got 5 goals to his name. Ayu's up there. Gordon, Pedro, Maita, Fletcher, and Pookie, of course. And as for the key assist members, Campbell and Bambo, Budwell, Martin, and Luce as well for Reading. What else do I have for you? Is that it? So that's pretty much all I've got. Of course, here is a select few of Rovers and Luton Town players who have also played for both sides. Of course, pick your best ones out of there. I'll go Roy Wegley for myself. Tunnicliffe, I didn't have the best start for us. Of course, he's very, very welcome and warmly received at Luton Town. Mike Newell probably gets the best of the pick of the lot there. Paul Dickoff was okay for Rovers. And Alex Baptiste was good at a bad time. So, yeah, not too many familiar names for me. But what about you guys? Who's your favourite out of that bunch? Make a bit of comment down in the old description down below. I think that's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you're new, bang your subscribe button. Of course, keep your bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related. Whoa, football lady! We got it all here, boys, under Warooski. That's right, we actually hit the road on Thursday. We won't get to our venue or destination until Friday. And I don't know if we're going to be available to do a watch along on Saturday, but hopefully we will be watching the game. I just don't know if I'll be able to do a live watch along with you. If so, it might be out in the jungle. We'll have to wait and see if we've got the facilities to do just that. But anyway, I'll keep you up to date. If you want to keep up to date, if we are going to be doing a watch along, the best way to do that is bang me up on Twitter. Don't bang me up, but follow me on Twitter. And I'll also Also, while you're going to follow me on Twitter, you might as well go follow me on Twitch. I'm trying to get my numbers up to 250. We're about 150 something at the moment. Maybe just 150, to be honest with you. But I would do appreciate the support there, guys. And also would do appreciate the support from the patrons who do go out their own way to support the channel in another way. And if you are interested in becoming the latest member of the Broverhood, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. But until then, though, it is Luton Town next up for Rovers. Can we bounce back after the international break with a big fat W and maybe kick on as we enter the old festive period? Of course, this is win or bust for us. If we can get out of the next few games with some points on the board against the likes of Luton for starters, and then maybe, just maybe, we can steamroll into that top 6 at the right time. You never know, which could be our bloody year. The statisticians love us at the moment, but we still need to get those goals into points. But until then, though, I'm going to get out of here. If you want to check out my own pick, check out the old championship predictions, which are already live on the channel. But until then, though, I'll see you all on the other side. Stay safe, mask up, behave, and all that kind of jazz. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Ciao.